First of all, I greet all Ugandan soccer lovers, soccer fans. I have a lot of respect for you because you're so passionate. You've kept on supporting your clubs, Express, KCC, Villa, so many clubs that had fans before. And you've continued to support your national team. Very well. The national team has qualified to the AFCON. Obviously, it was not the best performance, coming through a group that was so weak. But I realized that, and I know for sure, that Uganda isn't short of players. We are still recycling the same players. Bad decisions are being made, financial decisions that are leading the federation and the country to lose money. And I think that it's time for Engineer Moses Magogo, who I have a lot of respect for as an engineer. I know that he was a product of confusion and football wrangles in Uganda. And he has not helped himself to try to prove his capability because he's continued to make bad decisions day after day. Here is why I think Uganda can succeed at the upcoming AFCON without Moses Magogo. Number one, a few days ago, the president of Uganda wanted to reward the Uganda Cranes. He invited all the players. Magogo, as usual with his interests, as players went to Nigeria and he wanted to collect a few players and want to prove to the president that these are the group of the players, he included a stranger into the squad, someone who hasn't been in the national team. And this guy, he's called Edward, and everybody knows him, Edward Mwanga. And he goes into the State House with a stranger who was not part of this group because he wants to bring ghost players so that he's given this money. And then just like he's doing with all the other ghost players who are on the roster to receive money every month. So this kind of fraud and this continued manipulation, financial manipulation that is really leading the country to lose a lot of money that should be helping the young children. The academies, Uganda has 200 academies. They have no plan to support logistically these academies so that they can also try to come up. Now, what they have continued to do, because they are using their positions in the federation, they've continued for the last 15 years, they've continued to promote Edgar's. Edgar's is the only academy in Uganda that has the mandate to go and represent Uganda as ball boys in the national team games. This is wrong. Edgar's is not the only academy that has children that are hoping to be stars. Togo has no history why Ugandan clubs were so strong and the national team was strong. The core of Ugandan players that were called the national team relied on the strength of the league. Now today, Ugandan clubs are lacking the financial power, and yet there is a lot of money that is pumped into football. The Federation of Uganda is working for 25 players for the Uganda Cranes, but the 25 players do not represent Uganda's football. There are more than 60 clubs that need financial help. If you're getting 3 billion shillings from Airtel, if you're getting, let's say, $1 million every year from FUFA, if you're getting 10 billion from the government, while clubs are continuing to struggle to pay their players, and yet these salaries are just 400,000, and the federation president is carrying on trying to lobby for more tournaments like the drum. How can you introduce drum and yet you still want more money from the government? You're introducing a fake tournament. What is the drum? What did it do? What impact did it bring? So your goals are just plans to try to fuck money out of the government, continue to fuck money out of all corporate companies without even thinking about the players that are playing in the league, without thinking about the power, the financial power, trying to strengthen the financial power of the clubs. You just signed a letter to take 180 million as commission to pay it back to yourself. While clubs in the big league, not only big league, we have clubs in the lower leagues that need, these clubs are where players like Fimbo Mukasa came from. Fimbo came from Puma. As a federation president, you are supposed to be thinking about the bigger perspective of clubs and the players. How can we help these clubs have a financial power, continue to train, to nurture, and to facilitate players. You don't have a plan. You don't have a clear plan how Ugandan football was. You made sure that the big three clubs, because you were working in these associations before, Express, you Weekend Express, and Express was one of the clubs that used to bring us players. Now, the chaos that is in Vida was your mace. You started it, you know, because KCC has continued to be strong and to make sure it's independent, but your plan was just to kill the big three, and you just continue to work. You are the star of constitutions. You are the star of manipulating all these assemblies, the delegates in the assembly, and you are the star of making sure that you erase all the, you know, the ex-players. Magogo, you can't erase the ex-players. Even the ones who are playing, when they stop football, they are called ex-players. You expelled ex-ZIFA in the assembly. In all countries in the world, the ex-internationals, they are the core of football knowledge. They are the core or the platform of improving and inspiring the young children. And all future decisions, 50%, the ex-internationals are involved. And this is the reason why you see 4 million people in Croatia, Devasuka the head, and he's making the right decisions. 4 million population, they managed to go to the World Cup final. We are 40 million. We are 42 million in Uganda. So, Moses Magogo, it's time for you. Step down. We have a plan. Uganda is going to be better without you to go to the Africa Cup of Nations. There are a lot of players that deserve to be in the national team. You don't call them. They are all over the place, and you have no plan for Ugandan football. Now, Uganda has qualified to the AFCON. Great thing. Every country that qualifies to the AFCON gets money from CAF. Now, there is 1 million that is accorded to Uganda, not to FUFA, to Uganda. You are already planning, and you have called this money 1 million bonus for qualification. No. It's not bonus for qualification. Yes, a country has qualified, and when a country qualifies, there is money that is awarded to the country. Why do they do that? Because they want to, it's an incentive that they award this money, and then this money can go back to the grassroots. Magogo, $1 million is not coming to you to make decisions on it. You don't have good financial decisions to the development of sport. This money is going to develop the clubs. Uganda has clubs in the region. It has clubs in the big league. They need money. It has clubs in not only football clubs. This money can go to a lot of, it can establish the women league. You have used money for the women league. You've put it in schools. These schools, you're making a league of schools, girls that are competing, and you're not even giving them money. You're telling FIFA that there's a league here for women. It's not there. You're getting the development league. You're using a different kind of schools to represent clubs, and yet these children are not. You're taking the money for the development league, the youth league. You are making decisions on almost every category of football in Uganda, and wrong decisions. This money is going to your personal accounts. This money is not accounted for. You're telling everybody you're not answerable to nobody. But when you're asking the government money, you put the government in the papers and say they didn't give you money. But when you get money from overseas, you don't talk about that money. Magogo, this is Federation of Ugandan Football Association. Federation of Uganda Football Association. Now, the money that is coming to Uganda from all corners, from the corporate, there are so many football players in Uganda. I believe with 200 academies, I believe we have more than 10,000 players that can play football. And you're concentrated on only 25 players. The 25 players are almost covering $6 million, and $6 million a year, money that you're getting. You know, you give us this brand of football. You call players that are not playing. You go and lie the president of the country. You go with a stranger in the State House, Edward Mugwanga, who is not part of this group because you wanted to take that money. You continually undermine the national team players by trying to create, trying to bring players and put them on the roster. My brother, it's enough. Let me tell you something. I'm a product of hard work. I came to football. I started playing football when I'm 4 years. I know how difficult it was. I went to Express when I'm 14 years. I met big boys there, the Robert Aloro, the Semo Gerere, the Edward Kalunji. I know how painful it was. There was nobody that was sympathized with me. I had to do it, the hard work, and I knew the only way I was going to succeed was by hard work. And I know what it means when children are out there working and people are just messing up the football decisions and making bad financial decisions. I know how much you're shattering the dreams of Ugandans. So it's time. Your time is over. Just step down with the CEO. Stay away. Trust me, Uganda is going to be better off. We've woken up. We know. We've been working. I've helped so many Ugandan players. Idris Kasiri, I took him abroad because I know how I felt when I wanted to go abroad. I helped him to go there. I helped Sam Kawade to go to Orlando Pirates. So we know, we ex-internationals, we know what to do for the game. Dan Intale, he has a lot of players that he has helped. He took the boy that is in Cape Town City. He took him there. He has taken a Ugandan, Ekwapu, who the girl, whose family is so proud about her. She scored a goal against Barcelona. Magogo, what have you done for Ugandan football? Just all your poor decisions have weakened the league, as I say, economically, and all your plans are just personal. You have just self-interest goals. Mr. Magogo, let me tell you something. You are the anchor of lying the whole Uganda. You showed a damn check of $10 million just a couple of months ago because you wanted to discourage Azam. But you didn't have any sponsor. You went to say, you appeared with your friends and said, oh, we've got a sponsor for $10 million. This is criminal. This is how corrupt you are. This is fraudulent. Azam were so consistent in everything that they were trying to do for this country. We know what we're benefiting from Azam League. We even have, because of the league being broadcast here, we have a player now, his parents are so proud. The guy now got a contract to go to Tanzania in Azam and he's getting good money. Now, Magogo, tell me, you showed the whole world a damn check because you wanted to discourage. You said there is a company, sports broadcasting company. When did it start to do business? It didn't exist. You just called your friend and you went and started that company and you said they have sponsorship. You lie, just like you lied to the president of Uganda. You took a player who was not in the squad. Magogo, how can you shoot a 10 million dummy check to the whole Uganda and yet it's not true? You know it's not true. It's not true. 10 million, where were they? And then all of a sudden, you don't have a sponsor. Then you find Engineer Ben Misaga, you go to him, I don't know what you told him, but I know you might have told him, I don't know, whatever. Then you lie to him. This guy, Engineer Ben Misaga, he helps you, he flies you to China, you didn't know nothing about Mr. Wang. He introduces you, and now you don't even want to pay him. You're running away from him. This is why I say you have to step down. We don't have Uganda, passionate soccer fans that are going out there to Nambola every time, that are hoping that their children can be inspired by the national team and the performance. The performances are so bad. We don't have a player in the league that can score 15 goals. We don't have any attractive player in the national team that can win the game for us that we can say this is an idol because of your system of trying to make sure that you just get these average coaches that you say go to the under-23. We've been knocked out of the under-23 because of a poor decision, getting in an inexperienced coach. So, engineer, please, you're still an engineer. You can still go back and work. Your time is finished. It's expired. Just do this for Ugandan soccer lovers. I know very well that I'm addressing all these issues to you because you've hurt football. You've really, really hurt football. But regardless of whatever that I believe, regardless of whatever you may think, trust me, I'm for football. I played in Uganda. I played for the national team. I played for Sports Club Villa. I played for KCC. I turned professional. I played for Jomo Cosmos, and I'm helping players. I've helped players all over the world, and I'm continuing to help players because I know the pain of wanting to play football, but you don't have somebody who really has a vision to try to help players. You don't have a clue how those parents feel and they want their children because they look on the TV, they see Wanyama earning 150,000 pounds a week, but You don't know how Wanyama was prepared. You don't know how they prepare players. That is the reason why you took the players to the president a year ago, and then the players told you to get out of the meeting because they don't trust you. Now, the president doesn't trust you. The president doesn't trust you because of your record. Please, can you step down? And I must tell you this. You don't have a clue of what is the criteria and who is a good coach for Uganda, because you don't know that before you get a coach, you have to know what does Uganda need. Now, you went and asked Kalusha Bwalia, an alien, to choose for us a coach, and he brings us an average coach here who is doing nothing, just enjoying the sun, the beautiful sun and the matoke of Uganda. No way, no chance. CEO Edgar Watson, Moses Magogo, step down. We have 5 months to prepare for the Africa Cup of Nations. Uganda will be well off. Uganda can start again. We can build again, and we shall have a good competitive team. We shall be able to get the right players. We can summon players from all parts of Uganda. I know there are a lot of guys in every corner of Uganda that are dreaming. They want to come to Nambole, young lads, but you've blocked them. You have blocked them with your friend Edgar Watson. Edgar's taken over. Edgar's taken over the mandate to bring all the youngsters to Nambole. And I don't know, you want everybody to come to Edgar's academy? You want even the guys that are staying in Soroti everywhere to subscribe to Edgar's so that they can come to the Nambole Stadium? This to you. You have no clue that Ugandan national teams had players from all corners of Uganda. Now, what you have done, you have continued to get the support from FIFA, the goal project. Now, you went and told people, I have evidence. You went and told the whole Uganda that you're going to put the 4th goal project, which was a synthetic. You said you were going to put it in Wachiso, which you didn't. Well, you said you're going to enter into a partnership, and you still did not. But I know that a partnership that you are talking about, you went, and I don't know what deal you have with KCC, but that synthetic that FIFA offered to Uganda, not to FUFA, not to Magogo. I don't know what deal you have with KCC regarding this synthetic, but come out and tell Ugandans what deal you have. And where does this money go to? Because that club is for rental. Now, you're not telling Ugandans that they have a synthetic in the middle of town that you can give with a good coordination. You know, a lot of academies, a lot of administrators can come and do a lot of good work there on subsidized prices, because this is a national property. This synthetic was awarded to the Uganda government through the Uganda Federation. And I must say this, that finally, I don't have any problems with you as an engineer, as a person, as another citizen in Uganda, but you have hurt us. Some of us have gone through hell to get where we are in football. You know, we spent all our life, all our energy. We stayed away from our family. We stayed away from our parents. You know, we've gone through hell even to turn professional. And you don't even know the pain of a football player. You don't even know the pain of a parent that lets his child to go for football when you, the federation, don't have a plan for that person after football. Because after football, Magogo, you want us to just diminish, to just die. You don't want any ex-international to exist. And that is the reason why you suspended ex-IFA. I want to tell you what ex-IFA stands for. Ex-internationals, okay? Ex-internationals, they are the dictionary of football values, skill, technique. Don't tell me that the president of Uganda can ask the president of Kenya, you know, to recommend an army commander. Now you are telling us with Uganda's history, we have to ask Kalusha to get us a coach. That shows that you are incapable. That shows that you are an amateur. That shows that you don't have no experience at all. And that is why I said that much as you are a product of confusion, you just came in here, you just think that it's all about money, 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 money. And this money, where is it going? You and your group, you're just busy here, you know, trying to build, I don't know, all these rentals and all that stuff. Come on, rentals? You're not thinking about developing different parts of Uganda, or, trying to improve infrastructures with all the money that you are getting from the government, from FIFA, all the money that you're getting from sponsors. You are killing the hopes of parents. I know how difficult parents go through when they have their children that want to go out there and have a football dream, a football talent. You are really, really shattering so many Ugandans' dreams. I must tell you this. Uganda, having almost 75% population being the youth, with people like you that are embezzling millions, billions, trust me, you are the first. You are a symbol of darkness to Ugandan spy. You are a symbol of darkness to the development of youths. You are a symbol of darkness to the progress of football in Uganda. I'm asking you one more time. Write a resignation letter. Step aside. Edgar Watson, step aside. When you step aside, trust me, we are going to come in. The football is there. We shall come in. We shall come in and we shall get things in order. We shall get in the right coaches to lead our guys. And you players there, trust me, we are watching. We're going to give you the best environment for you to be stars. I saw you guys playing in Nambole. You are good players. You just need good environment. You need the right tacticians. You need you need people that really know what it means to win games and how to look after yourselves to get to the next level. These guys don't have a plan. They spend all their time trying to make accountabilities, fake accountabilities, and they're accountable only to those the delegates in the assemblies that they've manipulated. They've kept changing the constitutions to favor to keep them in power. And they're just living on just bribing these guys, and these guys that never played football, these delegates, they have no clue about the pain of the 44 million Ugandans that want their children to have an equal chance with like everybody in Uganda. So my friend, it's time up, it's over, just step aside. You ain't going to the Africa Cup of Nations. Lastly, I want to promise Ugandans that Uganda has a wealth of coaches, highly qualified coaches that they've invested a lot of knowledge in them. They played for the national team. They are not here, and because the federation continues to undermine them. We have Patrick Kabuye, he's a coach. We have Henry Mpaji, he's a coach. We have Godfrey Mugisha, he's a coach. We have Wilbur Musika. All these people love this country. They want to come and work. They serve this country. They played football. They cannot work because amateurs just want everything for themselves. We have Jackson Mayanja, he's right here. He's a hero. He inspired me. He inspired me. We have so many ex-players that have a lot of knowledge. We have people that played for the national team. They're in the diaspora. They can't come back here because there's nothing for them. And yet the country is continually suffering in terms of technical capacity. We have border riders getting on flights on the national team. Border Riders. Engineer Magogo is continuing to let his relatives run federation business using government money. This is the highest level of corruption, and this has to stop. And I encourage you, my brothers, Patrick Kabuye, I know you were a good coach. I know that when I was in KCC, you were training me. I saw you playing football for the Olympic team. I saw you playing football in the national team. The KCC, I know you're working in America, in Germany. You need to come back here. We're going to the Africa Cup of Nations with you. Wilbur Musika, we want you back. And everybody that can contribute to Ugandan football, trust me, we know what we can do. Thank you very much, Ugandans. Continue to support XIFA. Continue to support your heroes. You supported us when we were playing football. I know that you will still continue to support us as we're trying to get Ugandan football back to where it used to be.